Story 1. My 30F husband, 29M, will not stop leaving his turds in the toilet for me to find. I, 30F, am married to my husband, 29M, and honestly, I've reached my breaking point with a really bizarre issue. My husband is the biggest pooper I've ever met. I'm pregnant, feeling nauseous, and dealing with some serious hormonal changes, and on top of all of that, the smells of bathroom business are literally sending me over the edge. Despite all of this, no matter how much I ask, beg, or plead, he refuses to flush after he uses the bathroom. We've been married for 3 years now, and I honestly don't even remember when this started, but it's really starting to affect my attraction toward him. I've brought it up so many times. Sometimes I get frustrated and angry. Other times I try explaining how it makes me feel. I've asked politely, and I've even pleaded with him. He promises he'll do better, and sometimes he says he forgets, but it never changes. He'll leave his deposit sitting there, and I just can't take it anymore. I'm genuinely at a loss. Does this mean something about his feelings toward me? Does he not care? Am I missing something here? It sounds silly, but it's been bothering me for so long now, and I'm really frustrated because nothing seems to get through to him. I feel like I've tried every possible approach, and it's just not working. What should I do at this point? I'm seriously so over it. Comment 1. She was probably way too busy to take the time to message someone who didn't show without any warning. I've had a baby shower. The last thing I wanted to do on that day was track people down and ask where they were. Give her a chance to answer your message. It's an honest mistake. Most sensible people would forgive it, assuming this isn't a frequent thing you do. But also, don't try to guilt her about not reaching out. She has no reason to feel bad for that. Comment 2. I'd send a gift and a card with an apology. Sucks, but it's an honest mistake. Comment 3. I had about 8 people say they were coming to our baby shower and didn't show. Honestly, we were just hurt. I didn't give a shit about the gifts. It was more about us knowing who cared. Only one couple apologized for not showing. I would be honest with her. I wouldn't have taken it personally if the others told me why they didn't come after saying they would. Comment 4. She should not have to chase you down during her baby shower. She was attending to the guests who actually showed up. You have no right to feel hurt. Send a gift with an apology. Comment 5. May this kind of relationship never find me. Comment 6. He's acting like a toddler, and soon you'll have 2 people's shits to deal with. He does not respect your boundaries. Comment 7. Call his mom and ask her for advice on how to potty training him. Comment 8. Yeah, he remembers. If there have been multiple conversations about an event that he does about once daily, he knows. He's doing this deliberately. Do with that information what you will. Comment 9. He doesn't forget, since flushing is just a reflex action most people don't even think about. He's doing this on purpose to make you upset. Story 2. Ex-wife, 33F, won't let me, 36M, see our son, 1M, without our nanny present. Do I lawyer up? How do I talk to her? My wife and I are heading towards a divorce and are currently separated. We don't have any formal custody arrangements yet. Our son just turned 1. For the past few months, I've only been able to see him through FaceTime since she's been staying with her parents. Despite her emotional affair with a coworker, I've respected her space, but now that I'm pushing for at least weekly visits and every other weekend, things are getting complicated. The issue is that she insists on having the nanny present during our visits. I'm not comfortable with this. I don't want my parenting time to be supervised, especially by someone who isn't even a part of our family dynamic. My son, being only 1, naturally gravitates toward the nanny since she's with him every day when he's with my wife. There's no legal reason for this supervision. There's no court order, and I've never given her any cause to question my ability to safely care for our son. It feels like she's using the nanny to control my time with him, as a way of making things harder for me, probably because she knows I want a divorce. How can I approach her about this? I just want to spend time with my son without feeling like I'm being judged or restricted. Comment 1. We have no formal custody plans in place. Our son recently turned 1. She didn't want to see me. I gave her space even though she had an emotional affair with a coworker. I was seeing my son only through FaceTime for a good 3 months while she stayed with her parents. So an official custody arrangement should have been your first priority ages ago already. How do I talk to her? You don't. You contact a lawyer today and fight for an actual fair custody agreement. The longer you wait, the worse your situation potentially might get. Many courts will wonder why you've not bothered seeing your son more than once a week, for instance. Moreover, all communication between your ex-wife and you should be in written form. Comment 2. Stop talking and hire an attorney and get a proper CO in place. You're not a passenger here. And if you're in the US, you can get 50/50ths. For the littles, it's more often a 2-2-3 schedule, meaning 2 days one home, 2 other home, then 3 at the opposite and rotating. Comment 3. The only solution is a lawyer. You should have gotten one the moment you separated. The longer you wait, the worse you'll look in court. You don't talk to her. You let the lawyers and judges do it, and all your communication should be switched over to text, and there's an app you can get that's specific to custody stuff. Only communicate in that type of setting. Story 3. Not sure if my GF is an awful person or I'm out of touch M42F32. So here's the situation. Money's been tight for us lately, and we could really use a bit more. My daughter, 11, received $100 from her grandmother for Christmas, a gift meant for her to spend however she wants. But my girlfriend thinks I should take it from her. She argues that my daughter doesn't deserve it because she spends too much time on her phone and that I could use the money more than she could. I think that's a really crappy thing to suggest, and I'm not okay with it. I rejected the idea and the reasoning behind it, but now she's upset with me. This isn't the first time she's said one of my kids shouldn't have access to their money. For example, I gave my oldest daughter a free car I got. She drove it for a while, then we sold it so she could use the money to pay off a new one. I've always made sure they understand that money isn't mine to take or control. But the way my girlfriend thinks about it really bothers me. It doesn't sit right with me, and it's starting to affect how I feel about her. I love her, but I don't like how she views things like this. These kinds of disagreements are popping up more often, and I feel like there's a clear difference in our values when it comes to certain issues, and not in a good way. Am I wrong for thinking this way? Or am I just being stubborn? Would love to hear what others think. Comment 1. You are not out of touch and are absolutely correct that your girlfriend has terrible personal ethics and I'd add poor character. Taking a gift from a child because you have more power as an adult is awful behavior and abusive. She's not a good role model for your children. Comment 2. Why would you be with someone that treats your kid like this? Of all things that are important in a relationship, not treating my kids like shit would probably be at the top of the list. Comment 3. I really appreciate these responses. They make me feel sane. I'd fight for my kids' happiness and rights. Which is what is going on now. Not sure why, but for the first time in a while I needed reassurance I was doing the right thing. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.